Okay, so we're back. Guess we'll start looking for clues. Due to the explosion of the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been stuck in the head with an object as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but they were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mikuro Ukasawa, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the bio lab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms were where the gates was down before. That should be opened up now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started.
Oh,
Places to check.
that's tight. At least you know.
Yeah.
There's so many places to go. Look, you can see that thing.
Right. So, don't. Okay. Headmaster's room. Headmaster's room is the 4th floor.
Oh, Jay, I want to get your reactions to these. So, on camera or on recording. This figure.
That's really nice.
Yeah. Oh, for
how
people
much
who
is that?
don't see, oh, it's probably $200.
Oh Jesus.
Uh,
That's a Celeste figure.
it's Celeste figure, and she's sitting on top of a roulette wheel. And then,
Are these like new?
no, these are old.
Oh, okay.
This is $250.
That's really nice.
Yeah, I've always wanted. I wanted this when it was like $150, but I was like, I can't
And
drop
just-
$150 on a
yeah.
on a statue like that.
I know.
Oh, this is fake.
Okay. So
Okay.
this is the first room I found. So let's look at the Monokuma door. Hey.
Wait, what'd you go all the way up there?
The what?
Why didn't you go to the second room? The second floor. It's closer.
Oh, I just warped.
Yeah, yeah, whatever. Do what you want to do, Jay.
Yeah. So. That's
Ah,
it.
Makoto. Are you here to look around too?
Is that what you're doing here?
Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured, if all the doors in the school have been unlocked, we should, that one should be open too, right? Although I couldn't bring myself to reopen it, because I might explode, right? That really sucks. So you open it.
I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Okay, so I guess I'll open it up.
Oh wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded.
Tina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it.
Okay, go ahead.
Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was...
Whoa, this place is totally sci-fi.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. There's a latch.
Escape door.
There's some kind of hatch on the floor. But right now I'm more concerned about the weird devices.
Did you click on it?
No. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, some kind of military installation or something.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Fumi'd probably freak out if he saw it.
Cockpit. So the Monokuma room was a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit? Then could that mean...
Okay.
Alright, let's start poking around it or whatever. We're gonna start pushing buttons.
Hold on, you can't just or whatever something like this. But it was too late. He was already jabbing away at the control panel.
Huh? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think it came from the other rooms. Hina, what did you push?
I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The one that says data center.
Data center. I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the names of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled data center. That must be the one she pushed. But the data center, that's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out.
Did you hear the noise?
No.
What it was?
Was it Monokuma?
Is the sound it makes when he comes up the wow.
Oh.
Please, I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here.
He's like, of course.
Of course.
Did I just hear what I think I heard?
Yeah, it was that.
Is that Monokuma? Hey.
Roar! Give me all your donuts.
Is that you, Hina?
What? Oh man, busted. How'd you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote controlled camera kind of setup?
You don't even know what you're controlling?
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
But I guess I found a self-destruct button.
Whatever you do, don't push
Too
it.
bad.
Oh man.
Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside.
Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now?
Monokuma.
What? What do you mean?
You were controlling just now. It was Monokuma.
Monokuma? What? For real?
Yep, it looks like the panel definitely controls Monokuma, which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room, and this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey.
Maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time.
Kyoko's theory was right.
But the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here. And that means they've been inside the school the whole time, right?
I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true,
It's very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game is a game of 16 participants and all of them high school students. And the only people that take a single step in Hope's Youth Academy since the killing game began are those 16 people.
then the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student? No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Monokuma control room has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
What's wrong, Kodo? I don't like the face you're making.
Oh no, it's nothing.
Oh, okay.
What about you? Is everything okay?
Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they've set up traps or something.
I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true.
So, like, do you want to leave soon? Or there's still lots of other places to check out?
Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, do you want to get going?
Yeah.
I'm still...
Oh,
Okay. I still wanted
It's an
to...
escape hatch.
Yeah. Click. As soon as the door of the center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that?
Ah, the door, it just locked on its own.
What? My hand shot out and grabbed the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why? Of course!
Of course! Of course it's locked. Because the data set is now restricted.
Monokuma?
Just a second.
Hey, don't fret, you just can't go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
It's for your benefit. Because that room, if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed it would be would get if the school mascot just stopped, just up and stopped moving.
Then that room.
Yep.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now, you're being operated by someone in that room.
Yes, indeed.
Correct, Mundo?
You're a liar.
See, but that doesn't make any sense. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That she opened the thing.
Yeah.
We were just in there. We didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Ooh. Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you have to check a certain suspicious hatch?
No way. The hatch on the floor?
Too bad. That was a one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. So then this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Ooh, peace. He's gone, but was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there?
In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Huh?
Or when I said we should leave.
Well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay.
Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left.
You're right. There's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to run around and tell everyone what we found here.
Nice. You
Oh,
got it.
nice. You got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See ya.
Hina took off at full sprint, and I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward. Okay.
It's not that way. Go behind you.
That's music. Nothing really happened in that room, huh?
No, Kyoko was in there one time.
And we spent time with Hina in there.
No, that's true.
This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be the first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto, it's you. Oh, bye, Kuya. There are trophies and even a shield in the display case. There are papers on the floor. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. Got a monitor on the wall. Even in the headmaster's room, there's a monitor. Book.
Come on.
Hey, Makoto.
Not possible.
Are you ignoring me? You think I'll forgive that just because you're you?
Such ignorance.
When we get out of here, remember this moment. What?
Talk to him first.
Okay. Oh, so he wants me to talk to him. Even in the headmaster room, there's surveillance cameras. I'll talk to him after this. The bookshelf seems really well made, and it's filled with files and thick books. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on the top of the particularly ostentatious desk. Class 78 student registry. The candidate profiles for all of us, and Mukuro.
So, in other words,
Apparently, Class 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room...
I see.
That's right, it also mentions the Class 78. This must be where Kyoko got the page. And since the rest of the piles are listed in there along with hers,
In other words,
there can be no doubt Murukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy just like the rest of us. Murukuro Ukusawa, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. What? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she stuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. Nani?
so in other words,
In other words, When it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. There we go with the music. What kind of information is it? Why do you have to ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself.
Interesting.
I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and oh, there's a picture of her. She's cute. Yeah. And in the background, an entity. Wait, Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background, an entity floats. She close, but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. It's just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. Oh, so all those shallow cuts and stuff happened here.
Right.
That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They wouldn't have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before? A girl who seems to be included as part of our class 78? That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about the girl is included in the file. 5'7", 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals, 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, couldn't that mean... Wait, is he trying to say... his attempted body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all a bit impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with the information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Okay. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not like we're getting along. She's just done a lot to help me. But don't push too much faith in her.
In other words,
the cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. Well, what are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch? But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind, thanks. So,
Should I reread the book?
yeah. Okay.
Where we going next, Jay?
Well, you said there's something on the second level, right?
We can go to the second level, or we can go one level up to the bio lab.
There's something There's a question mark here.
No, it's on the second floor of the dormitories. So we don't have that mat. Keep going. Go back.
What?
Up front.
Oh, there's something here. Wait, we were just
That's
there.
somewhere we just.
And that's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Okay, here.
So
Well, there's the garden.
the garden. We have to check the body again. Check the dojo. And then check the bio lab.
Let's check the bio lab first.
That's what we have to do. Raw!
Raw power. I'm sure Kyoko's in here. Well, here I am in the bio lab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? Okay. I'm surprised the surveillance camera can work with how cold it is in here. Okay, there's tarps in here. That means I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. There's an icicle hanging from the monitor. Yes? It looks so cold. Why is it so cold in here? What's the first thing I need to figure out? There's some kind of weird machine of something built into the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side, there's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. I've seen something like this before. Oh, that's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? Should probably take a closer look around. Let's look at this again. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. Oh, okay, so it is dead bodies. In addition to your germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethyl gas.
Yeah. Oh, that was quick.
Yeah.
Be right back, everybody. Say that so we're gonna edit it down. Jay, do you miss pizza? You can eat pizza without vegan pizza. Whatever the hell that is. Is it really pizza, Jay?
Yeah.
Is it?
It looks like pizza. Tastes like pizza.
Probably pizza.
Oh, pizza.
Yes.
Should I continue while you're eating?
Yeah, I don't think I have any talking points.
Yeah.
Right now.
Not right here.
So you can. Hold on.
So I'm back, Aaron,
I know.
editing Aaron.
I know. Hopefully, I can remember to.
Don't chew too loud.
Um,
So simply insert the cadaver, and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is a stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. And on the left side there's a bunch of glowing blue lights, but only some of the lights are on. The ones on the left, the right hand lights are off. Well, looking around I think I get it. Seems clear to me now. It was a makeshift morgue. And about those lights by each slot, it looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on, which would mean inside each slot lit up in blue, another one of the victim is. I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's to defeat the mastermind. And to do so, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Okay, can I leave? Okay, so I guess I found everything there, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
The dojo?
There was still one more new area, right?
Yeah, the dojo, the garden, and then the second floor of the dorm.
Wait, how do I get to the second floor?
It's from the first floor. But you might as well just go to these places first. Unless you're trying to save one for later.
No. So let's go to the dojo.
Right there. Right. Yep, yep.
Yep.
Turn. Keep turning. One more. There you go.
There we go.
Can you remember how much of this place I have memorized in my head?
And there's
Kinda.
Toko. Oh, Toko, so this is where you were?
What do you want?
Oh,
I guess you said that.
I know. I am so disgusting. Oh, I am so disgusting. You want me out of your sight, huh?
No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue.
Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything. Not a single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it had to have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back. Give me back my precious time.
Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless. Good for nothing.
Nobody's gonna say that.
Master will.
I'm not sure I can disagree with that.
I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me?
Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna look anyway. So, Sakura's again. Okay, pseudo armor is on display. It's extremely Japanese. There's some freaky Makuma TV showing something. The range. Seriously pretty far away. I'm always amazed to see what people can do with the bow and arrow. Hey! This is a target, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sakura out here using this to train. There's a bunch of wooden lockers in here. We found a clue in here, but it was just the mastermind's attempt to frame Kyoko. There's something up here. Okay. We got the garden. That's the garden. I think Byakuya is going to be here again. Huh? It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here. I can't click the... Okay, let's see here. Chickens.
It's all laying in there.
There's still just 4 chickens left. Honestly, I'd be kind of terrified if there were more than that. Okay. Is there anything else? I guess I doubt the camera has something. Maybe the body's inside the tool shed. I better check this to be sure. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body. But if it's not here, but if it's not in there either, then it must be. Could it be in the biolab? Corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. That tarp. That tarp played a key role in the other case, so I better look into it.
Yep, it's a tarp.
The killer used this tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clues behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on the corner of the tarp. It says Biolab. Then this originally came from the Biolab. The tarp has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. That's all I needed to check here. Maybe, do I need to check the Biolab again?
Check the material.
It's locked. Of course. Okay. Do all these say Biolab on it? You know how those lately. Okay, let's see. There's some kind of weird machine. Okay, it's the same stuff. Okay, so first floor. Warp. Gym entry. Hallway pool. It's to come through here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Oh.
Ooh, right there.
So this is the storage, right?
Oh, yeah. We're behind you.
And this is the way upstairs.
I got lost for a second.
The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorm, which means I have to do it. This is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up or here or something. Oh, I was like looking for clues already. There's blood. Okay, let's see, nothing here.
how come this door opens normally?
This bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore. It's just garbage. It has coins on it. I opened the door just to cry, glance inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. There's something right here, no? Okay, I guess there's a door, huh?
Yeah. It's just like, look at the school room.
There's a girl's bathroom. There's a girl's bathroom. Even a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. Oh, look at that lag.
Ooh,
There's little lag reduction strats.
there you go. You look away from the door as you open it.
There's nothing in here.
I guess not.
Looks nicer than the rest of it.
It's a staff bathroom. You think,
A giraffe.
you think that's something?
A giraffe in the locker. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been the Hope Speak students who came before us. Class before ours must have used these lockers. Wow. Okay. This is a metal plate mounted to the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. Okay, let's see. Can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna
That's spirit.
yeah, we're gonna die. I wonder if I can open this locker. Rattle, rattle. Nope. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the lockers open. After all, it's really similar to the card reader from the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open these. So does that mean? Let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then? No luck. Maybe the other locker's owners can open it, which means none of us can do it. Well, let's try this one then. I wonder if I can open this locker. Okay. Here's the e-handbook. Okay, let's see. No luck. Okay. There's a few more. Okay. Oh my god. Whoa. The one I didn't want to touch. I don't know if I can open this locker. There's gotta be one that I could open.
Well, press back real quick. So no.
Well, I'm gonna look anyway. See?
Ooh, that's delicious. These ones open up.
I know, right? Okay, so I'm assuming the ones that are claged off are the ones that we can open. Okay, so this...
The clue room.
The clue room. Hey.
Look at that. All that liquor down there too.
You know, this room doesn't feel like a student's room. It's more like an adult. It has a more adult
Correct.
atmosphere.
This is the headmaster's private room.
Kyoko.
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times and I'm ready, but I still have one little regret. I decided to check it out one more time.
Huh? A regret? Is that there's booze right here?
No, Makoto, let's get fucked up. Alright now.
Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Okay. Okay. Oh. This is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
Ooh, there you go.
Oh, let me... They're like all over there. Keyboard. It isn't. Okay, then the actual monitor. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem.
Whoever used it last looks like they were very interested in the Ultimate Despair. PC still has some research left.
Search result.
This whole results left on it.
Then we might be able to get some info on the Ultimate Despair.
However,
There's not much though. Nothing we don't already know.
in other words,
The Ultimate Despair isn't one individual, but instead it points to some kind of group. The group is responsible for the tragedy, which happened 1 year ago. They were the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
however,
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kagiri failure.
But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get on our hands on.
I see. That's a good outlook to have.
The Ultimate Despair has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay, we got a chair. A leather chair. Can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
so
There's a gap there, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out.
A
indeed.
breeze.
There's actually an open space on the other side of this wall.
Open space? What does that mean? You mean like a hidden room?
I think I might know how to open it.
Oops. Wrong button. You know how to open it. Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
Very easy trick, yes. So I'm not sure you can call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However,
But I don't have a clue what the password could be. All we know it's probably made up of letters or numbers. You can't really go from there.
You're right. That's not nearly enough to go
it's
on.
true.
I looked at all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password.
Whew.
I think of how much time I wasted on this.
Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure out, no way do I stand a chance. No wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh?
Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want.
Oh, okay. Well, let me look at this booze. Can I? No. Okay, well, let's look at it. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if it's not it, then that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know how I already know your guess is wrong.
Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I click myself and turn to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing in it... Beep. Crunk. Hey! Nani? What did it... Kyoko, it worked! I'm
What?
not impressed.
Why?
Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko? Okay. Well, let's go in. There's a Kai in there.
Oh.
Hey, Kyoko. I might as well not even have been in the room. It gives a fix on only one thing. A present. Wrapped and covered with such joy. And what made it so unusual.
Yeah, for sure.
I know. Still got it. I better check out the suspicious present before I do anything. There's a brightly covered box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto.
Why? You think it's dangerous?
No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably.
Huh?
It would seem.
If it's what I think it is. At the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see.
Wait, so you mean what's in there?
Anyway,
Just don't scream or anything, okay?
Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay. I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. And I like that nice animation. Light began to sneak into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Okay. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. I was thinking it was going to be a head with flesh still on it. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought.
What? What was in the box? It was wrapped up all nice. Okay, so I guess we have to talk there. Just as you thought, how could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones.
Well, it's not that I was thinking of bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body.
That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box.
My father.
Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. Those bones. That body. That's my father. At least what's left of him.
Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on. How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So,
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned this all out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible that even likely that he's somewhere in this school right now. Very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this game began with 16 participating, all of them high school students. And the people who took a single step in this and hope to speak the canvas as the killing game began, well, those 16 students. Alter Ego said the headmaster was probably here at the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
in other words,
that most likely my father was the father was in the school, but he was already dead. Oh, that's my assumption anyway.
As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was trying to seem calm. But she said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father, so she could cut off all ties. Well, was that all there was to it?
No. I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak Academy, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kagura detective would never do.
Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present has been added to Truth Bullet section. Alright, so got a few things in here. Well, that. Cabinet seems kind of out of place. You'd find a clue. I should take a look. But I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Hey.
It's fine, check whatever you want.
Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each door one by one, starting from the top. But all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
Well,
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business or a legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
now, if...
If he could even handle a job like this, he would have been that much of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that and made himself desperate. Oh.
Huh? This picture. Oh, it's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko.
Like she didn't see that when she walked in.
I know. That's like one of the first things I noticed.
Yeah.
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free from the past, and yet, not to find something like this. Oh, she's so happy.
You're done.
So what do you expect me to do now?
Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. No. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason why he came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole my only opportunity. I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father?
Kyoko. Hey. Hey, we got another drawer. Headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like.
Because...
Are you sure?
Never let anything get in the way of an investigation. I don't.
Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I went through in each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh? Is this... It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words...
A handbook with no limitations given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what it is.
I think you're probably right.
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it?
Huh, but Kyoko...
I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here.
Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Okay.
Hey.
Listen, Makoto.
Huh?
Can I ask you a favor?
A favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. I know it only inconveniences you that much more, but...
Hey.
Could you leave?
Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I'd like to be alone for a bit.
Kyoko.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little.
Just a second.
I need to get my emotions in order.
You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But
maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. The picture doesn't change the fact of what happened and what I went through. The problem can't be solved so easily.
you're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Once again, I got myself under control. I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, give me some time to myself.
Okay, I understand. Then I'll leave you. I'll see you later. Is she really okay? Kyoko must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who's finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. Seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is...
It's a very polarizing approach, to know, but enough bear puns. Anyway, here's a hint.
It's like the fourth time.
I know. That's the one thing I do hate about this game. How it reiterates information.
Yeah.
I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And none of the people who took a single step in Hope's Peak Academy since the killing game began are those 16 students. I wonder if you took out all this repeating stuff, like how much time you'd cut.
I know, right? 15 of us met in the main hall. Add Mikuro to the mix, and that you can get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Jesus. Even Mikuro. Even she is undeniably dead. So once the left alive are Raikou, Kira, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be.
See Kyoko crying.
I know. Okay, we can go back into the giraffe room now. Okay, now we can open all of them.
God.
I wonder if I can open this locker. Well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook, ran across the screen, and then maybe the other locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. But wait, what about this emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, well, okay, you need to click it again. Alright, let's see what we got inside. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has some organizational problems in every part of their life. Okay, we got a crystal ball. This is a crystal ball. Huh? Crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. This is a deck of playing cards. No, they're tarot cards. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? Okay, this would mean that it's hero stuff. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order, and dust everywhere. I have to assume that whoever stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. I'm trying to act as casual and natural as possible. I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. Okay. What? There's no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hakagure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here. No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came from this school at the same time as the rest of us. And we were all sucked into the evil world. Into this evil world. He never would have had a chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Okay. Locker notebook. There's nothing down there. I don't see anything that might be a clue. This thing is practically empty. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. There's some writing inside, it could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting, and all the letters are spaced out evenly like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must be really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. I just so happened to be the headmaster and my father. He was willing to give up some more detail regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our students, prodigies, safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. Can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko couldn't be anyone else. But if this belonged to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hadn't seen her father since he left when she was little. Decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. Just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, a question mark spinning through my head just started spinning even that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawling. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Okay, and we survive. There's a second despair.
Despair walks among us, and so we survive.
Okay. But the more I see, the less it makes sense. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So how am I seeing this? Why are these things in these lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like to belong to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation, but if I want to find out, I have to keep moving, investigating forward. I have to believe in everyone. So there's this one. And then there's this one. And I think that's it, right? Or does this one work? No.
There was one right next to Kyoko's.
Yeah, the first one, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
there's one next to it.
Okay.
Back out. Oh,
Oh, that's it, huh?
here we go, Jay.
This is a school
It's been a
announcement.
long time coming, Jay.
Is
And,
everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
What? Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Oh, hey Hero. Whoa, Makoto! Why do you act so surprised? Oh, no reason. Here to Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You actually talked to him? What'd he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hero, wait. There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal.
Oh my god.
Hero? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time?
It's just Hina sitting on a throne.
What's this music?
She's the one at the beginning.
I am Monokuma!
Hello, welcome, hello, hello, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hint? Well, this all happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you.
Envelope.
It's up to the side, it's not even like right in the middle.
This must be the envelope.
Ooh, just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside.
But what?
Don't worry, just get on with it.
Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. It features a bunch of faces I recognize extremely well. Where's Makuro? Oh, she's right there.
It's right there.
It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Where am I? Am I the one taking the picture?
Yeah, I guess so. He's not. Cover's not in there.
But wait, there's someone behind.
She's cute.
Yeah. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Bayaki and I were in the headmaster's room, when we looked at the file, Mikuro Ikusawa. Then this girl is. What? Why? Why is Mikuro here with everyone else? And even more than that, just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me to not be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in this picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other until they got here. But if the picture is real, then could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is...
Oh, how long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You kind of get in the way of standing there, you know. So I mean, get out.
But
I told you, I'm not fielding any questions.
Unbelievable.
What kind of mystery would this be if I give you all the answers? That'd be totally on the left field.
I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. Group photo has been added to the Truth Book section of your handbook. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with the confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. How does this count as a hint? It just makes it even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse us? But it looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. But maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. Okay. Everyone should be down here, no?
Open the map.
Archive. Archive.
Behind you. Behind you. There was a lot of time stalling this one.
I know. Oh, Maikuya. Listen, do you think we could talk? Maikuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Hey, Maikuya, wait! Of course he didn't, he just walked away. What the? Why was he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. What's this letter?
That's the letter from the first time. That was open episode.
Okay, look, he's not there anymore, right? He's in the garden. And he's in the bowl is still there. I decided to visit the biolab one more time, and the first thing I saw when I got there was her passed out again. Huh? Kyoko? Oh, she looked at a body. Toko, are you okay? Oh no, she's not dead, is she? Whoa!
It's so cold, it's super cold, it's so cold, I think I might catch a cold.
If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
What? I was asleep. I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me getting all excited, weren't you?
No, I wasn't.
Have you
Oh,
reached
then
that
what?
certain
Hot and
age?
bothered? Straight up horny?
Okay, so why did you pass out?
I don't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What do you do to Miss Morose?
Oh, that's right, your memory stops and starts each time you switch.
Bingo bazanga. Here we share basic knowledge, but your memories, our memories are very much separated.
SOB!
And you don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because if we did, because if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like a double the memory.
Oh, It's more like half. Okay.
Oh. But all I want to know is right now is where's my little darling? Tell me now or I'll slit your throat.
I don't know. I'm sure Byakuya's around somewhere doing his own investigation.
Yes.
By himself?
I assume so.
Oh, I'm on
I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things math. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. I love Genocide Joe.
Yeah. Toko shot off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. Oh, I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? Or Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. Maybe it's his body right here. The fridge, it's open. But I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here.
That must be why she passed out.
Right.
She faint. Oh, that's you.
Oh no, she's faint, so either she's the creeps down in the corner.
Kyoko,
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it?
are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry I made her eyes all puffy.
Is it? Is she?
No, it'd be funny if it was though.
No, you don't have to apologize.
But listen, about this room.
Oh yeah, it's
It
a
would seem
It's a morgue.
yeah.
I knew it.
I suspected as much. I took myself looked inside one of the fridges and seen losing. And well, there you have it.
You know she fainted.
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks.
Why is everything gotta be so difficult with her?
Anyway, we should close it up. I don't want to leave it hanging open like that.
Yeah,
Makoto.
good idea.
Give me a hand with this.
Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched. But suddenly she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it.
Huh? How come?
Because Maruko's body's in here.
Kuruko's corpse? Kuruko's body's inside the
I
fridge?
see.
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it here while we were here in the class trial.
Mastermind did it?
Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class. Oh, that's you.
Oh, because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body.
Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail.
Okay, so what should I do?
So then,
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished.
Wait a minute.
Wait, over there? That's it.
that's me talking, but I wanna... The picture that we had that had Mukuro in it,
Mm-hmm.
did she have a... Could you see her hands in the picture?
Mm-mm.
No?
I don't remember. Why? Why would you say that?
Because she has a tattoo on her hand, right?
No, that's true.
So if she doesn't have a tattoo in the picture, then it'd be a different corpse, right?
Yeah, I didn't see.
It's just somebody else from the...
It could be. I didn't see her hands though.
Okay. It's a fridge meant to be for storing dead bodies. Can't do it, I can't look inside. Okay, well. Let's just talk to her again. I should ask Kyoko about the group photo. After all, she's in it too.
See?
Yeah, you can't see her. Don't let me interrupt your innovation, but I wanted to talk to you about something.
What is it? I called it.
It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier.
You meant the one about the hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer.
Huh? Why not?
because
The only reason he gave us a hint at this point was to confuse us or to call it judgment. I could solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer.
That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but that's done and done. What's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge the picture as a trap to confuse us? It's gotta be it. There's no other explanation.
No,
Well, whatever.
it's a good picture.
Yeah, like
I think all the pictures they've shown.
Because
yeah, we're super like cute.
Yeah. It's back out. Oh. It's not.
Okay, so let's look at the body.
I guess it's the table.
More importantly, the tarp. Okay, I guess it's the
Oh
tarp.
no, huh?
I'm okay,
Didn't
whatever.
make that connection earlier.
I know. Ah, it's the same one I found in the garden tool shed. And if I remember that tarp, it had a stamp on it in the bio clip. And that's the tarp that used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the bio lab and took it over there.
What else can you look at?
The
Click.
I think I just need to talk to Kyoko again. Maybe. No. Fridge? Unless I have a refrigerator.
it would seem.
Okay, this. That's you.
Oh, it would seem the blue light comes on when the stall is occupied. So when
So-
someone's in.
So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around the number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, that's 9 in all. 9 lights. BioLab Lights has been updated in the True Bullet section of your handbook.
Whew.
Okay, Makoto, I'm done.
Already? Jeez, that was
Indeed.
fast.
You didn't do good work if they go slow. And that's in that spirit, I'll make my reports brief.
So did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and traces of blood, and they seem highly likely that the stomach wound and the blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death.
Really?
The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I completely confident in my findings.
So that means neither of those were the fatal injuries, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through their body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they were old?
Because
All Kuna file says the file said they were inflicted at least several days ago.
I guess I don't see the difference.
Well, the difference is immense considering the impression they gave.
She's like giving me a scolding look.
Yeah.
listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old,
However,
but it doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds makes it sound like they've been here forever, like they've not related to the murder.
Are you saying they are? But all we got from the Monokuma file right after she was killed. But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
so then,
What if Murkuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days?
What?
at the very least,
Certainly, you can allow this as one of the many possibilities, can you?
One of many.
right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answers from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many scenarios as they can.
In other words,
They can envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then they investigate and test whether they can find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should be able to keep in mind for the future.
Okay.
hey,
So if there's anything else you want to know about the condition of the body, now is the time.
Because to think of it, there is one thing. Earlier when I was looking at Mercurio's profile, it listed her height and weight.
so
5'7" 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get it all right?
You remembered all that?
They are indeed consistent with the corpse.
Indeed.
So then,
And don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. That's absolutely no mistake.
Indeed.
A victim in the case, without a doubt, is Murkuro Ikusawa.
Mikuru Kasawa's profile has been updated in the truth bullet section of your handbook.
And
Is that all you wanted to ask?
Yeah, I think
so
so.
then,
And it looks like we have no further business with Murkuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilling.
Oh wait, are we not gonna put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like that?
why?
Sad. Did you forget? She was our enemy once. Well, part of the ultimate despair.
But she still got killed. She's still a
Hey.
victim.
Have you ever heard of the phrase, reap what you sow?
Well, yeah, but still.
Savage. You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling.
But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for something like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So then,
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigation, yes.
Hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in the locker. If I don't do it now. Hey Kyoko, I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
Go ahead. Out with it.
Have you really not seen your dad ever since you got here?
what?
What?
So,
What do you mean?
Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
indeed.
Yes, I do. But to get into any of those lockers, you need a handbook of whoever locker belongs to.
Actually, I managed to get them open using the emergency
I
handbook.
see.
The one that you found in the headmaster's room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers?
I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because,
Like I said, the only locker owner should be able to get into it, right? Can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access there just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to one of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in the locker?
Everything you said just makes perfect sense, but was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
if that's true,
Could that mean that video was real too?
Video?
Makoto,
Makoto, I think everything is finally starting to fit together and reveal a cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything that we could imagine.
What are you talking about?
I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you said with my own 2 eyes.
Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
so,
That won't be necessary. I'm right about this. I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker.
Your locker.
Makoto,
If you want to watch this, it'll make all sense.
A DVD? And it says Class 78 Urgent Interviews.
so,
I found it in the hidden room after you left.
anyway,
I don't have any time to explain exactly what you think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before.
None of this makes sense right now. But I guess that means there's some important clue on the DVD.
Makoto,
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble?
in other
Ramble.
words,
As it turns out, the arrangements I made didn't stick. Which means I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings.
You're talking about your dad, right?
I could never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask the rest of my life.
And all because of the mastermind.
however,
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I sort of destroyed the mastermind. This is one more reason to follow through with that.
Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. Determination to defeat the mastermind.
It's strange to be confronted, confronted with his death, and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's no understanding to it, I guess.
She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow.
So, that's it for my rambling. This was so much before I can even consider my task complete.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey,
But keep this in mind. There's only ever one absolute truth. Whether the truth serves justice or suffering. Whether the greatness truth or the worst.
What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness. You still can't give up hope.
Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know.
Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then,
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial.
Leaving behind a final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I'd better get going myself. I got this DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth, but no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world, I can't afford to lose.
It's a long investigation.
I know. We still need to talk to Hina and Hiro. I think Hiro's in the garden, right?
He's in the garden. I think he might be in the dojo. I would assume she's in the dojo. I didn't see anywhere else. No, I guess not. I decided to take a swim. Get my mind.
Give my the mind juices flowing.
I just decided to take down this whole box of Krispy Kreme, you know.
Hey Hiro. Bruh. Makoto. What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No. Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. What did he get? He run off like a terrified rabbit. Hiro, what's wrong? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I'd found. It was like he was avoiding me. Like if he was afraid of me. Why? Because you're not in the picture. Okay, let's see. So, okay, that's done. This is done. Jam.
Oh, she's
Wait, she is getting donuts. So this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you.
Makoto? Sorry, gotta go.
What? She ran off so fast I didn't even have time to ask her to stop. Hina, why? Why won't you talk to me? Okay. So nobody wants to talk to me.
Behind me.
The AV room? Is it this way? Is it on the second floor?
Nope. Turn right. Go up. Right. Done. Right there.
Over here. This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I'd better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player.
So what? No Blu-ray?
It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka. It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged
I
man.
do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't make a single millimeter move.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that?
Psycho was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to be spending the rest of your life in the school?
Accept.
Thank
What?
you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There's a lot I had to understand up until now. But only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I heard. Because I knew how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad she tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. What I saw was me. Impossibly,
So,
deniably me.
Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Yes.
You're wrong!
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But I in here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of ever meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said
I'm
yes.
sorry I'm putting you through all this,
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
but I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. By Kuya. Toko. Hina. Everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in this school forever. And then Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She had sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father, and when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just a monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Oopsie. Looks like it broke. Out of service.
What? It just so happened to break just now?
Too bad.
Now. Then when, now, then, when. Doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what a failure is, right?
Failure my ass, you cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, I'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the questions, and they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. And at the time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school and why. I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was.
But what would make you forget all that?
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient.
A convenient outcome. something that seemed too obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... Okay. Oh.
Alright.
Who did it? Just joking. Who's the mastermind?
For anything that has
Do you
a
have
start,
any clue?
there has to be an end.
I don't know.
And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. Alright, should we stop it here?
No, let's get
Keep
to
going.
it.
Keep going.
That's good.
I guess I'm the first one this time.
You're early, Makoto.
Listen,
Does it mean you feel prepared?
Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
however,
Don't worry. She'll be here soon.
And just like she said, Byakuya. Byakuya? There I have one after another. But they're all in the same state of shock. Hina? Hero? Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like a first class trial.
You called for me and so I appear. I'm on fire.
Ah, strong silent master, so wonderful, so cool, so hot. My loins are ablaze.
Yes,
Oh, listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me.
my beautiful scissors.
With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil.
But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys.
If that's what master wants, it could be a boy, a girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Where am I? Ugh. No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Ooh, everyone here? Ooh, wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay, well, then let's begin.
Chills, chills,
The final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair. Maximum
that's
sorrow.
fine.
You're right, this is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair. What do you mean, this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know.
Unbelievable.
If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game fair and square.
Today, I'm feeling
And I'll
quite
make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already.
Sure, let's begin with the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
guys.
But don't try to run away.
Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared.
In
Whatever.
the name of my family.
This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
They're all acting odd. They've been paranoid, suspicious of each other.
However,
But you know why that is, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
however,
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial.
You're right. I'm ready.
so
Ready to win? Right?
Of course. Of course.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. I started making my way towards the opening, step after step towards the gaping maw. I resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend.
I even
Deeper and
noticed Hina
deeper.
had a deep brace.
Oh yeah.
And green shoes.
And we never really get to see. Well, I guess we do see her shoes. Deeper and deeper, 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 and deeper, and deeper. Deeper and deeper it fell. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound too disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. This is the final trial site?
What do you think? It's the perfect background deciding a person's fate. The longer way, the last stage is always exciting final boss battle. Woohoo! I'm gonna sit on this one. I'm gonna sit right here in the vacant 16th seat.
Chills!
Well then, let's begin.
Alright.
Ooh,
Okay, so let's save.
let's save.
Oops.
We'll see y'all in the final class trial.
I don't think I